Okay, what I can just say is the end of the government about our hunger strike. I was expecting maybe a solution for our cause, but really early in the morning the police just came, entered inside our tent, pick us, take us to the hospital and everything. It's not that one I was expecting. I was expecting an answer, because what I know, the truth will remain the truth. There is a cause of refugees. Anyhow, I mean, I don't know if it's like that they choose to solve that problem. We are refugees, we are living here for many years. That means they should look inside our problem and solve it, not only just to scatter. You can scatter the hunger strike and tomorrow can still make another one. That means they never solve anything. What I can ask them is just to look inside our problem and see how they can bring a solution. We want to have our right to stay, to education, free of movement, to choose a residence, to be master of your future. That means, and we don't have all those rights, and I don't know what to say. But really, I'm feeling so weak. It's not about the hunger strike. It's only I never get answer for my demand. That's my problem.
تمام حرفای زیبایی که از ویترین حقوق بشر و دموکراسی زده میشه حرفای پوشالی، خالی و بدون پشتوانه بیش نیست.
And we understood all of the talks from the very beautiful vitrine of human beings doesn't have any background and doesn't have any support behind it, and it's totally empty.
به شهردار برلین، به سیاسیون برلین، احزاب سیاسی برلین مونیخ، به شهردار مونیخ، احزاب سیاسی مونیخ و پلیس این کشور، پلیس مونیخ تبریک میگیم. خشونت رو به بهترین شکل ممکن بلدن.
We congratulate to the chief of the city of Munich, to the politicians of Munich. They know the way of violence and the best way.
به بیش از 50 انسان بی‌دفاع، 50 انسان خارجی بی‌دفاع که به مسالمت آمیزترین شکل ممکن برای رسیدن به حق و حقوقشون در اعتراض بودن، صبح وقتی همه خواب بودن به سبک جنگ‌های قرون وسطا شبیخون زده شد.
To all the people who were in dry hunger strike, sleeping in the early morning, was an attack by police on a very old way of wars.
بهتره که همه سیاسیون بدونن این مبارزه‌ای که از مارس 2012 آغاز شده هنوز ادامه داره و ادامه خواهد داشت، چون حق با ماست.
It's good all the politicians know that this struggle has begun since March 2012. It's still continuing and will continue.
به دوستان که تو بیمارستان هستن، فشارهای شدید پلیسی برای اعتراف گیری وارد شده علیه یکی از رفقای درون جمعمون.
there is so much pressure by the police to our friends in hospitals and different areas which they got carried by police to talk against our friends, some of friends within us.
خیلی جدی تمام اتهاماتی رو که به اون دوستمون وارد میشه، به اشکان خراسانی وارد میشه، به صورت خیلی جدی رد میکنیم. تمام اعترافاتی که گرفته میشه از نظر ما غیر قانونی و زیر فشار پلیسی وارد شده.
We reject and we don't accept all the things that police is gathering against Ashkan Khorasani to accuse him for the situation here. We totally reject this and say our support to our friend.
ما تعدادی پناهجو بودیم از کشورهای مختلف که با هوشیاری کامل، سلامت عقل کامل، در آگاهی کامل سیاسی، انتخابی کاملا آگاهانه برای پیوستن به همدیگه، متحد شدن با همدیگه، برای دست یافتن به حق و حقوقمون با هم تصمیم گرفتیم و به این مبارزه پیوستیم. این مبارزه به هیچ عنوان لیدر و رهبر نداره و تمام تصمیماتیه که در پلنوم مستقل پناهجویی اتخاذ میشه.
We all the protesting asylum seekers in a very high physical consciousness and political awareness decided to join and unite with each other to get our rights. And all the decisions which is made in this place in the hunger striking group was a collective decision, and our friends was only explaining and exporting this message to outside.
الان هم میکروفون ها رو آزاد میکنم. دوستان تجربه که امروز پشت سر گذاشتن یا مطالبی که به ذهنشون میرسه و یا به سوالهای خبرنگارها پاسخ بدن.
And now I think we can pass the microphone to other friends to talk about the experience which they passed today in the morning, about what happened, and also answer to all the questions which you will ask.
سلام عرض می‌کنم خدمت همه‌شون.
I say hello to everybody.
تو آلمان زندگی میکنیم، تو قرن 21، تو کشوری که دم از دموکراسی میزنه. دموکراسیشو امروز ساعت 5 صبح دیدم.
We are living in Germany, in Europe, in 21st century, in a country which is talking about democracy. We saw the democracy today at 5 o'clock.
دموکراسی ساعت 5 صبحتون رو دیدیم. از لحاظ سیاسی نتونستیم با همون، از لحاظ سیاسی مشکل داشتیم با ما، اومدین صورت به جای اینکه مسئله رو حل کنیم اومدین صورت مسئله رو پاک کردیم. فکر کردیم که ما کسایی هستیم که جا میزنیم، ولی نه، ما اینجا هستیم واسه خواستمون هستیم، به پروتستمون هم ادامه میدیم.
We had political discussions, but it was unsolvable by the suggestion of the government or on the way that government is were going. But they tried instead of solving the problem to erase the question, erase the problem. But I'm talking behalf of all of the friends that that's not the way that can work with these people, and of course the protest and our longing to get our rights will continue.
شما نمیتونین با زور پلیس، شما نمیتونین با زور پلیس اعتراض ما رو خفه کنین. انسانیم، اعتراض کردن حقمونه، اعتراض رو ادامه میدیم تا جایی که بتونیم، تا جایی که حقمون رو بگیریم.
You cannot use your way of suppression about us. We are human beings. We know protest as our right, and we will continue this protest till the moment we feel we got or we achieved our rights.
مطمئن باشین با تعداد بیشتری ادامه میدیم این پروتست رو
be sure that we continue with more people.
از اینجا به سیاستمداراشون میگم این بازی سیاسی که راه انداختن دیگه قدیمی شده، میخوان تقصیر رو گردن یکی از بچه‌ها بندازن. تنها کسی که یه سخنگو بیشتر نبوده، تصمیم پلینوم ناشهروندان بوده، تصمیم بوده که همه با هم گرفتیم و یک سخنگو داشتیم. الان دولت، پلیس میخواد با فشاری که به پناهجوها میاره، با فشاری که به ناشهروندان میاره، تقصیر رو گردن یک نفر بندازه که بتونه این مسئله رو تموم کنه. ولی اشتباه میکنین، اینطوری نیست. ما ادامه میدیم پروتستمون.
All the decision was a collective decision made by all hunger striking asylum seekers. In all the moments, in each second, there was no outcoming from the hunger striking people, which was not the decision of hunger striking themselves. And this way we will continue, and of course the way that police is trying to accuse our friend about something that is not totally true and it's totally lie, won't work, and you will see in the future how this protest will continue on this way.
به بهانه نداشتن دکتر میخواستن چادرها رو جمع کنن. از اینجا بهشون میگم که ما 24 ساعته دکتر داشتیم و واقعا متاسفم برای دکتری که اینجا بود، دکتری که از رگیرون اینجا بود، دکتری که قسم خورده بود و به دکتری که قسم خورده بود و همه چی رو دروغ گفت به خاطر اینکه بتونه چادر رو جمع کنه. من واقعا واسه اون دکتری که قسم خورده، دکتری که
they were accusing us, and they tried several times to attack the tent with the excuse of not having doctors, but we should announce it, and we should prove it that all the times, 24 hours a day, doctors were here. But I should say sorry for the doctor from the government who was here and who could come inside the tent and using his position as a doctor to let the government to come inside and have more excuses to attack the tent. Thank you.
Kommst du?
Only a question. Have you been in hunger strike?
No, I'm only a
but
supporter.
next to you, the speakers, the two were in hunger strike?
Yeah.
Okay, but you are a supporter.
I'm translating.
The leader is coming too.
We don't have the leader. All the time we are talking that there is no leader. All the decisions are collective decisions. بچه‌ها کجا رفتین؟ نمیخواد.
Excuse me. What's the name from the last one?
The first one, Arash Dust Hossein, and the next one, Umid Moradian.
من به مردم آلمان سلام میکنم.
I say hello to German people.
به سیاستمدارای آلمان هم سلام میکنم.
And I say hello to German politicians.
اگر یک روزی این اتفاقی که در کشور ما افتاد، در کشور شما می افتاد و شما می اومدید در کشور ما، به نظر شما رفتار ما اگر این گونه بود، شما چی می گفتید؟
Just imagine the first world countries instead of third world countries. Just change the place and imagine the behavior which happened here to what could happen for you when this position was in somebody else. Just that. بچه‌ها بیاین جلو واسه سوالا رو اگه میخوان جواب بدن. چی رفتم پشت بریم چی کنیم؟ بیاین جلو. If there is any question, if there is any detail or there is any blind point in what happened or what you want to know, you can ask and people will answer.
How about the rest of you? Are they still in hospital or?
میپرسن که بقیه شما کجا؟ آیا بقیه در بیمارستانن؟ Yeah, I can answer it on the information that I have. That some of us are in hospital, some of us are moved by the police to private places that is surrounded by police and it's not accessible for us, and 2 people are in police station.
And do you know what is going to happen with all of you?
میگن که آیا میدونید چه قراره که با همه شما برای همه شما اتفاق بیفته؟
ما خودمون که 100% این پروتست رو ادامه میدیم.
It has 2 sides. One side is from our side, which we can say the protest will continue still.
و از طرف دوم دولت اومده با این حقه که به بچه‌ها قولایی داده، بردارشون تو هتل‌ها، بردارشون تو خونه‌هایی که مال خانواده بی سرپرستن، بهشون جا داده، گفته میخوام که تو مونیخ شما رو نگه داریم، میخواد با این وعده‌های پوچ اعتصاب ما رو فلج کنه.
And another side is from the government and politicians. What is happening at the moment is to move some of our friends to private places, which is inaccessible for us to reach them, and give some promises to them to leave the protest, and then they will get some favor from the government.
هتل 4 ستاره براشون گرفتن، از رگیرونگ خودشون براشون غذا درست میکنن میارن.
They are making some comfortable atmosphere for them, giving them a room in 4-star hotels, and trying to make the situation for them on a way that is so far from the difficulties of here, not mentally but physically.
بعد با کمال چیزا میگه اگه غذا خوشتون نیومد بعدا میگم میام براتون آواز میکنم. این یک کسی
and even they go further in making this atmosphere in the hotels that it will continue like that. We try to keep you in Munich, and anyway they are using their power to keep the people away from the protest.
مطمئن باشین ما 100,000 نفریم تو آلمان. مطمئن باشین ما رشد میکنیم و روز به روز بیشتر میشیم.
We are 100,000 people in Germany. Be sure that we will rise more and more every day.
و دولت با هیچ بهانه‌ای، با هر مشکلی که بخواد سر راه ما پیش بیاره، مطمئن باشه که ما این پروتستمون رو ادامه میدیم و تا موقعی که حقمون رو نگیریم کوتاه نمی‌ایم.
And we believe that the difficulties on the way of protest is not a reason to stop the protest. And with all the difficulties which is being made by the government and the police forces, we will continue our protest. And in the close future, you will see that it's still rising.
I have a question. This morning I heard a lot of people crying that they are in good physical condition and they don't need to go to the hospital, but the police took them. And could you tell the audience what then happened against their will? How it's
میگن که در امروز صبح من شنیدم که خیلی از کسانی که در واقع در حال منتقل شدن توسط پلیس بودن میگفتن که ما وضعیت جسمانی خوبی داریم، حتی گریه میکردن و میگفتن که ما این کمک رو نمیخوایم و دوست دارم بدونم که در واقع عکس العمل پلیس چی بود و چطور ماجرا پیش رفت.
من خودم به شخصه یه نفری بودم که در سلامت کامل نه، ولی قشنگ میفهمیدم دارم چیکار میکنم. تصمیمم با خودم بود. با اجبار پلیس یک ماشین پلیس همراه من انداختن تا پلیس، 2 تا پلیس تو ماشین آمبولانس بوده تا اونجا. تا ساعت 11 ظهر 2 تا پلیس از کرمینال پلیس تمام وقت با من بودن، منو تهدید کردن، مجبورم کردن که گفتم باید به شهرت برگردی، اگه برنگردی به مشکل برمیخوری.
Me myself as a person who had this situation, I was totally in a conscious situation. I asked them, even I tried to reject physically the so-called help of the government, and but it was the police force afterward. Even two cops were inside the ambulance with me to the hospital, and police car was following the ambulance to the hospital, and even inside the hospital, in the room, the police cops were there.
و اونجا هم منو میخواستم مجبور کنن که آزمایش خون بدم، ولی من با دکتر اونجا صحبت کردم. دکترش هم گفت چون که در سلامت کامل به سر میبره، خودش میفهمه داره چی میگه، منو مجبور نکرد که آزمایش خون بدم، به هم سرم وصل کنن به هیچ وجه.
In the hospital, the police was trying to force the doctors to do something for breaking the hunger strike. But the doctor did a test about consciousness, and since I was conscious in the test, the doctor didn't make the test, and so I could come out. Sorry. That's
Do you can say anything about the discussions about
آیا میتونی چیزی در مورد مذاکره دیشب با سیاستمدارها آقای گلوک و فوگل چیزی بگی؟ I can just say about information, what happened in the meeting, and then of course about their position about it. You can ask people. There was a so-called negotiation with Mr. Gluck and Mr. Vogel, which are high positions, high political positions, as half of the time was going on and naming the list of the position which they had before. So there was no offer, totally no offer. There was some suggestion, if you break the hunger strike, we will talk with politicians in the future that maybe they can do something for you, or we will ask the parliamentarian to talk about some laws of asylum laws seriously in the land talk, and since we know the land talk is in holidays till September, I mean it seems the politicians didn't get the urgent of the dry hunger strike. Then they came and talked about something for 2 months last.
Whoa! Frankly.
نه
در مورد پوزیشنتون در مورد چی داری چیزی بگید؟
نه هست چیز هست
نه if you want to say something, I mean you can talk English.
Okay.
And I have one question more. What happened to the pregnant woman? How was she treated?
Just it's a question. میگن که چه اتفاقی افتاد با خانومی که در واقع حامله بودن. Again, since the information I have, she is in a private room in a hotel, and she is in the pressure of the police to write and sign something against Ashkan Khorasani, that he was forcing them to stay in the situation in hunger strike, and when we called her, she was totally confused about the situation, because they totally cut her connection to outside and giving continuously wrong information to her about what's going on outside. but now she has some information after our call with her. And of course, another thing that we can mention is she was not in hunger strike. She was just striking here and supporting and solidarity as a part of striking people, but not hunger striking.
And was she treated well this morning at the crackdown?
Especially about that, the police was extremely violent and aggressive, and she fell down several times. I hope about the child and the general situation, it goes well. I don't know exactly the medical condition of her and her child, but during the attack in the morning, she got beaten several times. Even when the people
she got beaten.
Yeah, were shouting out that she is a pregnant woman to the police to aware them if they don't know. But I think even they knew that there is a pregnant woman between us.
Yeah. So as it is, when the police came in the morning, trying to drag people with force, but without our knowledge, we didn't know what is happening because it was very early in the morning. Everyone was sleeping, but the way the police just came in, even me, I had like something like a heart attack. You know, I was shivering because I was sleeping. I just say police, police, before they surround us. Everything we don't know anything that they will be coming. You know, they never informed us. We didn't know how it happened before. Like a thief broke your door and enters. You know, so we didn't know anything. So I asked the other police, why are they here? Are we criminals? We are fighting for our own rights because we wanted a negotiation. And they told us, oh, we're going to give you offer. You know, the politicians, they are specialized in telling lies. They say we give you offer. So we were waiting for the offers. We slept very late, around maybe 12 o'clock, because we were waiting for the offers. When we came, they talking some nonsense that we want to change the life of the lager system, everything. And we said no, we are not ready for you people to change lager system. What we want is our residents, and we are just 59, so they should help us. They said no, they are just talking like they don't want to help us. So when I was admitted at the hospital, the police came to me and was asking me what happened, and to be honest, I told the police, me, I'm not still happy. I'm going to still continue the hunger strike. I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to drink till they answer our demands. So we said we are not good. Even when I was in a hotel, they brought food. I told them that no, we don't want to eat because this thing is so appalling. You know, if you said you give us an offer, why are you people lying to us? If you know you not give us offer, you don't say things you cannot do. They are just playing with us like babies, and we know the reason why we are here. You know, so what the politicians and the police, what they did, and even the doctors are also I don't know if they are allied with the police or the government. We don't know what is going on. So we still want our demands. If we don't have our demands, we will not be happy. Because me now, I'm stressed up. I cannot eat, I cannot do anything. So we just want them to do our demands, our requests. We are pleading for them to help us. So thank you. That's what I want to say.